Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
It's not a tumor.
Oh, it's going to be a tumor and a lot more, kids, but welcome back to Marvel Tales, part 1 of our 9-part Atlantis Attacks.
That's right.
I am Phil, and joining me, as always, the president, the CEO, the everything of the Namor fan club. It is Justin.
That's right. Justin the Owls. Rising from the depths of Atlantis.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Without the aid of Blue Chew.
All right, so yes, part 1 tonight as we talk Silver Surfer Annual 2 and Iron Man Annual 10.
The beginning of the saga.
That's right.
That changed the Marvel Universe forever in 1989.
Isn't that the last like big annual crossover where everyone was involved? I feel like after this year, every other year they just did the 4 annual. Let's put these 4 annuals in a crossover. These 4 annuals in a crossover.
4 or 5. Yeah. They did pare it back because this was so involved, and I think that they realized it was too much of a headache.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, they wanted to pare it back a little bit.
Because like even Evolutionary War the year before, I don't think was as big because there was like annuals and Atlantis Attacks that weren't in Evolutionary War, like Daredevil.
I don't think Thor was involved, was he? Yeah.
I don't think Captain America. I don't think it was an Evolutionary War.
Right.
Wait, was Cap's in? Did Cap? I don't think Cap is in Atlantis Attacks either. That's weird.
Oh, true.
I mean, he's in it, but he's not his annuals. He doesn't have.
He's in the Avenger stuff.
Yeah, I wonder if they skipped his annual that year. Because I don't see them just doing a Captain America annual. Because I swear everyone else was in Atlantis Attacks. So.
Yeah. No, you're right. I don't think that there was a Captain America annual.
Unless they just said F it. Yeah.
Maybe. They were so random back then when it came to who got annuals and who didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unless the great Mark Grunwald was like, nah, I'm busy.
Exactly. I'm busy trying to plan out this giant Atlantis Attacks crossover.
You can use Cap, but I'm not giving you an annual. Hold on, I'm looking on the Marvel app. I wonder if it'll tell me years. Captain America. There we go. All right. So it looks like we had there was a few years without a Cap annual. Because annual 8 with the one with Wolverine on the cover trying to cut through that shield.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying it's 85, and then the next annual 9 isn't until 1990. So there was
the Terminus Factor.
Yeah. So there's like a 5-year gap where there was no Cap annual.
And then number 10 was the DG Chichester, the Von Strucker Gambit, which you talked about.
Yeah.
The Terminus Factor. Yeah, we discussed that last year, didn't we? Yeah. Captain America Annual number 11, Citizen Kang.
Oh, we got to get there someday.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually have Captain America Annual number 4, the Jack Kirby one. I have that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, nice. That's one of my prize possessions. I love that one.
I know I have annual. I have annual 6, 7. I don't think I have 8. But I have 9, 10. Might have 11. But yeah, it seems like once it hit 1990, they did them every year. But yeah, I mean there were big gaps there.
Yeah, in the 90s they definitely had. They were more regular with their annuals than they ever were. At least for a few years.
Yeah, because I mean, it looks like number 4 was 1976, then annual 5 was 1981.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. unless these numbers are off, because it's telling me annual 5 and 6 were both 1981. So unless they just labeled it wrong,
I think they labeled
probably
it wrong.
might have been 82. Yeah. But so 1986, 87, 88, and 89 had no Captain America annual.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was busy enough with everything that was going on in his title. He had more than enough to do.
There would have been at least a year or two there would have been John Walker. So
true. Maybe that's part of the reasoning, actually.
I know, but they were doing 2 stories in each regular issue anyway. They could have, had a lot of room to explore some John Walker and Steve Rogers stuff.
That's true. Or they could have done an untold story from the past.
Hell, you could have backups with like D-Man or Diamondback or
Nomad.
Yeah.
Ton of possibilities there.
Although the Serpents, we'll get there, but the Serpent Society shows up in Atlantis Attacks and the X-Men annual.
That's true. Yes. I'm very happy about that.
All right. So before we get to Atlantis Attacks, should we talk something new? Actually, something new that came out this week. Yes.
Yes. Brand new.
Namor number 1. So you know why we're bringing it up. It's Namor.
Yes. Written by Jason Aaron. I was really happy with that. That was a great beginning. It helped that I hadn't read anything of Namor's exploits recently because I kind of went into it fresh and not with a bunch of extra baggage about, what's been going on in other titles and things like that. It would have, maybe there was a little bit of an explanation and I just missed it, but it would have helped to have a little bit of a blurb that explained why he's in prison in the first place.
I'm trying to remember. I
don't think that was explained.
I think it has to do with stuff that he did in Jason Aaron's Avengers run, but yeah.
I don't know if that was explained, but if it was and I just missed it, then that's my fault. But
yeah,
I felt like a small little mention of something would have made more sense to me, having not read any of that stuff and not having any attachments to that. Yeah, it's great. I love the idea that from the onset of this, we have a feudal conflict in Atlantis with seven different monarchs kind of vying for the throne. And I think that's happened a few times in the past over the years at Atlantis. It's always been in some kind of state of conflict as far as who's laying claim to the throne or whatever. But I'm glad that we're revisiting that because I think it's been quite a while since we've seen anything on that level. And it would be good to see more of Atlantis just in general. It's a great place for stories. Yeah, unlimited story potential.
It's been such a long while since Namor's even had his own book.
Yeah. It's been 10, 15 years, right?
Something like that. They did a miniseries not too long ago, but it was set in the future. It wasn't like
right.
Yeah.
So and that was just a mini. It was like a 6-issue thing, right? Yeah.
Something like that.
But as far as a regular series.
But I also appreciated Jason Aaron including another overlooked character. I feel like Stingray.
Yes. And Stingray, is an important part of Namor's supporting cast. Going all the way back to the 60s stuff.
And the Reserve Avenger.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, he's a very underused character. I was really happy to see him. And I hope that he sticks around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's great. Great stuff.
And Namor flashbacks and everything, yes.
Yeah. Some flashbacks to when he was a kid. When he tried to kill him. Yeah. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it's really, really good stuff.
All right, so yes, kids, that issue gets our big two thumbs up and something else.
Right.
So yes, on the
my favorite biscuit.
On a scale of 2 thumbs up, yeah, Justin gets the 3 appendages up.
Yeah, that's right. My favorite biscuit.
He's like, play the. Oh, all of a sudden he's a little hellfire. Play the drop, play my drop, boy.
My favorite biscuit.
It's so salty.
The ocean, kids, the ocean.
Tapping my way downtown.
Yeah, I was gonna save this joke for the Iron Man annual, but I guess I'll do it now. All right, kids. Yes, our good friend Justin the Owl here. Yeah, how do I put this? Hootie over here wants to that's fish. Yes. Yes, Hootie wants to that fish. Thank you. Old dad joke, yeah. Level unlocked. See, I thought I was going to tank, but I think Justin.
No, that's a good one. I like that. That's clever. Well done, Bill. Well done.
My crowbar away. All right. Yeah. Shall we get to these issues?
Yes, yes.
All right. So, yes, the whole damn thing starts with Silver Surfer Annual 2 because he's the only one not on Earth at the moment. So,
Mm-hmm.
And again, I love Silver Surfer. I love Ron Lim art, but that cover almost looks like he's like, "Hey man, what's up?" The hand up like he's waving. What up?
Yeah. How's it going, man?
It says begins here. All right. Silver Surfer Annual 2 from August 1989. How sharper than a serpent's tooth. Once again, same just like when we covered Surfer last time, writer Steve Englehart, penciler Ron Lim, inker Keith Williams, colorist Tom Vincent, letterer Ken Brzezinski, and editor Craig Anderson. All right. Brief summary. Well, I'm doing the detailed summary. F that. All right. Deep under a California mountain, a sleeping celestial begins to stir. Remember him from that time bubble episode, kids?
Yes.
Fantastic Four? Yes.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, deep in space, the Silver Surfer is surprised when he struggles to control his surfboard. Happens to some men at a certain age. So.
They make a pill for that.
Happens to all heralds of Galactus at a certain age.
It's totally natural.
I mean, why do you think Terax is always so angry? Those rocks aren't as hard as they used to be, kids. After examination, he notices a green bacteria-like substance clinging to the underside of his board. They have shots for that. The surfer tries to blast it off to no avail. Thus, he decides to let it control his board and lead to the bacteria's desired location. The board stops at a cloud of space dust that the surfer had flown through earlier. Analyzing the space dust leads him to believe there is more to this dust than meets the eye.
Oh.
The Silver Surfer uses his power cosmic to because this is a smart move. He uses his power cosmic to transform the matter, and it becomes Ghaur, the deviant god. Oh, kids, could be worse. It could be a Tuma.
It's not a Tuma.
I know. All right. Ghaur explains to the surfer how he had become a cloud of space dust, how the Eternals prevented him from destroying the Earth. Realizing that Ghaur is a force of destruction, the Silver Surfer engages him in battle. They fight to a standstill, and Ghaur traps the Silver Surfer in a plasma field so that he can depart for Earth undeterred. The surfer finally breaks free from his entrapment, but realizes that he cannot pursue Ghaur. He has been drawn into the Kree-Skrull War and has to protect Zenla. Ghaur arrives on Earth and arrives at the underwater city of Lemuria. He breaks into their prison and frees Lyra. He has freed Lyra to help him with his plans that involve the Serpent Crown, the god Set, and seeking revenge on the Earth. So it's nice to have a hobby. The Silver
Man.
Surfer decides to warn Earth about Ghaur, but sending his thoughts through hyperspace. On Earth, his warning reaches Doctor Strange and Talisman. And underground, the Celestial continues to stir. All right. Thoughts on this one?
Yeah, this was weird. I remember because I got these when they came out. I collected this, and the previous year I tried to get all of the Evolutionary War annuals, but there were 2 that I missed. So this year when 89 happened, I was like, I want to get all these. I want to make sure I don't miss any. So I was pretty rabid when it came to when these came out that summer. And the first one, I was like, oh, this is weird. Because I had no knowledge of Ghaur. Like, I didn't read any of that Eternal stuff. I didn't know what he was about. Like, I think I remember reading about him in the Marvel Handbook or something under the deviant section when that was in the entry. But yeah, I didn't have any prior knowledge of him or what his goals were and all this other stuff. And I knew about a little bit about the Serpent Crown, but it had been a long time since it had been mentioned, like I think since the 70s or something like that.
I mean, I've tried to get through that original Eternal stuff. I can't, but I have read that Iron Man. I have read that Iron Man annual. That's Rhodey. That was Rhodey. That's not even.
Oh, no kidding. Oh,
yeah.
I'll have to go back and read that at some point because I still haven't read any of that stuff. Yeah,
he basically just like stumbles into that Eternal stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
when he was originally Iron Man. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I still have to go back and read that. But I also loved the reappearance of Lyra because I did know about her. Like, I knew her from the Namor stuff, and I was like, "Ooh, things are going to get crazy now. Lyra's here." But yeah, it definitely gripped my attention right from the onset. I was like, "Cool, I'm in this." I'm interested in this already.
And I mean, I guess it's kind of clever because the Surfer's the only one not on Earth, and if you want to bring back Ghaur, it's basically like, well, yeah, he's floating as a cloud in space. Well, let's got the Surfer reconstitute him. Okay,
right. And he has this power now. He's got like this weird aura power that he can use. So yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I liked it, and of course the artwork's great. I mean, Ron Lim. This is some exceptional Ron Lim artwork, and they have a great battle out in space. It's cool. Yeah,
I mean, I had forgotten about the Kree Skrull stuff, and because I was like, why wouldn't the Surfer go to Earth and like warn them or try to help it? But yeah, then I remember,
that was at the height of all that mess where they were. Yeah.
Well, at least he tried to make a collect call.
Right. Yeah, I love that. Doctor Strange and Talisman, all these other people picked up on that. That was cool. Yeah.
But that was the other thing too. I was like, when he's like, "Oh, I'll send it through the ether," hopefully someone can pick it up. I'm like, "You're in the Defenders, shouldn't you be like, oh, well, Stephen Strange should be able to pick this up?"
Oh, if anybody, it should be him. Yeah. Right.
And again, just the time, because he's One-Eyed Willie right now because Strange got that eye patch on.
Oh yes, yeah.
Which they remembered the draw, and good job.
He was going through some stuff.
Yep.
God. Yeah.
Well, that's another one I don't think had an annual this year. Doctor Strange.
No, I was just trying to remember if that. I don't remember.
So as big as this crossover was, it could have been bigger, kids.
Yes. They showed restraint with this. Remember that.
I wonder if that was part of the reason why Cap and Doctor Strange didn't get annuals, is because they were just like, okay, we're gonna keep. If they decided how many parts they were gonna keep it to, and just everyone submit your idea for your Atlantis Attacks annuals.
Yeah, can you imagine what the organization process behind this must have been months of the planning.
And unless you're all the Spider-Man folks and the X-Men, then you have to be involved.
Yeah, and the Avengers, Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, it must have been so much planning and just rewrites and re-edits and oh my word.
Because again, it's
Yeah.
so funny. Because Captain America and Doctor Strange at least didn't get annuals. Spider-Man got 3.
3. Yeah. 2 Avengers ones.
Yeah. But again,
Yeah.
there's 2 Avengers books. But yeah, of course, all
Right.
the mutants got well, X-Men, X Factor, and New Mutants. Because Excalibur wasn't in here either.
Right. Yeah.
Once again, getting left out.
Once again, Excalibur getting left out. It's so weird. I don't get it. They only had 3 annuals too in that whole run of that first series. They only had 3 annuals, and 2 of them weren't even connected to anything else at all. They're just separate standalone stories.
Because again, Captain America and Doctor Strange didn't get annuals, but at least we saw them in this crossover.
Right.
Excalibur is basically like, they're over there.
Yeah. They're doing their own thing, having some tea.
And again, another one, I don't think he got an annual, but I mean, Joe Fixit shows up for like the end of
Oh,
this.
right.
Yeah.
I don't think he got an annual that year.
No, but at least he shows up at the end when they all like band together and stuff.
There was one the following year for Life Forms, which we covered last year. But yeah, I don't think there was one in 89.
Yeah, because he didn't get one for Evolutionary War either.
No. Although he was in it briefly.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, good start here. Should we talk about, I mean, some of these backups were...
Yeah, there's a lot of backups in this one.
Well, a lot of it's like, how does the Silver Surfer's powers work? Or cosmic awareness comparisons, comparing different characters with cosmic awareness. Which I don't know if I'd classify what Charles Xavier has as cosmic awareness. He's a very strong telepath, but I don't know if I'd call it cosmic awareness.
I mean, I suppose if he's using Cerebro, like that could kind of almost.
And Doctor Doom?
Yeah.
Cosmic ego, but not cosmic.
Right, yeah, that's not the same thing. And even like Mantis.
Yeah.
Like Mantis like meditated herself to a higher level of consciousness, but I don't think it was.
Yeah, I was trying to remember because again, she wasn't like what she is in Guardians of the Galaxy now, kids. I mean, she's more.
No.
Yeah, they're trying to make her a more cosmic figure.
Yeah, this is a much different Mantis. Yeah,
she was the original. She was the original Madonna, kids.
The original Madonna. You got it right. And then the informal tour of the Marvel Universe.
Yes.
Yeah, showing all the different races and all the. Yeah.
Which is basically a conversation between Reed and Franklin.
Yeah, it's kind of.
And I love that one because it's like Reed's telling him all this cosmic stuff, and then at the end, Franklin's like, "Yeah, if Galactus doesn't eat us all."
Yeah, that one little detail, But the real gem of these backup stories is Buried Treasure. The Captain Reptile story. I love this so much, and I was grinning from ear to ear when I was rereading this earlier because I had almost forgotten about it. Buried Treasure. Captain Reptile basically he's a pirate.
Steals her treasure and then prepares her to eat.
Yeah. You think that he's just going to take her hostage because she's like the daughter of this governor. She's a named person, and she has this armed escort and everything and all this other stuff. And you think that she's got this treasure too. You think that he's just after that, but then he takes her, and you think that he's going to take her as a hostage, like to ransom her for her dad, the governor. And then at the end, they go to this planet, and he orders his men to start digging a pit. And pours a bunch of marinade in there, and then throws her in there.
Basically, makes a Pruno slow cooker. Yeah, he's like, ready. Yeah.
I thought, oh my god, wow.
I mean, that was a dark ending. It was just like, he kidnaps her, steals her stuff, and I'm gonna eat you.
Yeah.
Just telling the dad, I stole your money and I ate your baby.
And I ate your daughter.
Oh, yeah, that was a dark ending.
Man.
I was like, really?
Yeah, it was dark. Yeah. That escalated quickly. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Because Captain Reptile was badass. Yeah, he's a badass villain.
Oh yeah, then there was one with Mephisto.
Yeah, Mephisto making an offer to someone.
This alien was
This
it
alien of-
Virgie, so she can rise out of poverty.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, she encounters Silver Surfer, causing her to reconsider her sacrifice. So basically, yeah, he talks her out of selling her soul to Mephisto.
Yeah. It's a quick little, it's only like 6-page story.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's good. It's very good. I wonder if we ever see this character again.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't remember, but yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
Jim Valentino artwork. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, a lot of those were just, oh, hey, here's some info dump for you. But yeah.
Yeah, this one was a nice little thought out story.
And I do like this when they do this with annuals, because yeah, this one told you, this one kind of took place, I guess, between Silver Surfer 25 and 26. Yeah.
Yes, the editor's notes are essential for these, for the annuals, because you don't know where they are in their own story.
Yeah,
annual.
I get that. That's where I'll foul them between Silver Surfer 25 and 26. Boom.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, okay. You know why this cover looked like the way it did? This issue's cover is an homage to John Buscema's cover to Silver Surfer #1.
Ooh, okay, cool.
Oh, that's why he's kind of like, yeah.
Nice. I love that.
Oh,
and in the back of this, we get the first part of the history of the Serpent Crown, featuring some gorgeous artwork from Mark Bagley.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because I don't think he even. I don't see that. Oh yeah, the origin of Set and the Elder Gods. Yep, in the first days of Earth. Yep.
Yeah, that was cool. I love that.
Mm-hmm. With Gaia and all the others. Yeah,
Gaia and Set and Chthon. So cool. I love it. I love all this alternate history stuff. It's fantastic.
Well, yeah, you see the editor was Mark Grunwald, of course.
Yes. Absolutely.
But yeah, kids, this Serpent Crown stuff's kind of been going on since it's been cooking since the beginning of time.
Yeah, literally. Since the beginning of Earth. Yep.
Oh, this Silver Surfer annual, it's saying Marvel reported this issue was the 9th best-selling direct sales title for the publisher during the month it was released.
Oh, okay.
This month
nice.
It was ninth best-selling title. Yeah, an annual. So
that's pretty impressive. Yeah, especially for 1989. That is impressive.
Well, you figure, I think Silver Surfer's popular. I mean, Ron Lim art helps, and of course, it's part one of this big
event. Yeah, they did hype it up too for a while beforehand.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember house ads and all the books. Yeah.
Yeah, and in the comic shops there were posters up and everything. Yeah. Yep, it was a big deal.
And again, I'm sure previous year's Evolutionary War helped, where they're probably bigger than Evolutionary War.
Yes. And I feel like that was moderately successful as far as sales-wise. I think that they were kind of capitalizing on the success of Evolutionary War, thinking that Atlantis Attacks would be bigger than that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see them on this unofficial list, but we'll get to that. I think there's like an issue of New Mutants, and there's an issue of Avengers West Coast that I don't know if they're like unofficial tie-ins to Atlantis Attacks, but we'll cover them, kids. So. Because just the annuals, it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, like 14 issues.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then there's the what if as well.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that at the end. Yeah, after we do the last part in the Fantastic Four annual. Yeah, we'll get that what if. Yeah. Especially because Quasar plays a big part.
Yes, I'm glad you added that in there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I said. That's what we need to do when we do like big storylines like this. There's a what if. I want to throw that what if in there.
And like next year when we do the Korvac stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We have the what if of that. Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, because we're doing that as part of the Korvac thing too, right? Those 4 annuals. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Korvac quest.
Because we'll get back to Volcana and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right. Should we get to... All right. I'm not even going to ask you. I know you want to get to the Iron Man.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready now.
Just so I put the cover up on the screen. As Justin says, Iron Man, get your damn arm out of the way.
Let me see them abs.
No belly button for you.
That's right. That's a great cover. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And an Avenger must die to stop them.
Oh yeah, because that's a Bob Layton cover. Yeah.
That's a Bob Layton cover. Yep.
Yeah, I love his Iron Man stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
He's
right.
awesome.
Yeah. All right. So Iron Man Annual 10 from August 1989. 2 if by C. Writer David Michelinie, penciler Paul Smith, inker Mike Gustovic, colorist. Saying colorist, letterer, and editors are all uncredited. It says.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember earlier. Yeah, and I've got to say, like,
they didn't want to get scathing letters from a young Justin saying, "Oh, did you do it to Namor?"
Well, I've got to say the colors in this issue are not good. Like,
we'll get to some of the art because I have a problem.
Yeah, there's a few sequences where like the colors in particular don't help the artwork. In fact, they detract from it.
And again, it does it no favors that it's the issue after the Ron Lim one.
Absolutely, you have that amazing Ron Lim arc, and then you think, okay, cool, we're off to a great start with Atlantis Attacks, and then you could pick this up.
Yeah,
and I hate to say it, but after this, I think we have Rob Liefeld.
Oh yeah,
I think we have a double dose of Rob Liefeld after this. So unfortunately, Atlantis Attacks does get off to a shaky start with the artwork after Ron Lim. But it does get better.
I mean, maybe he was busy, but I was just like, man, we got a Bob Layton cover. Why couldn't Bob Layton pencil the main story? Come on.
And he does one of the pinups in the back of this.
Yes.
But I guess he was doing the regular series, so maybe
I was going to say, was he doing the regular series at this time?
I think
he might have been busy.
Yeah, I think so.
Because we do get mentions. I mean, we'll get there, but yeah, like Tony Stark's paralyzed at this point from the gunshot he took. Yeah, so
yeah, this is after Armor Wars. Yeah.
Because this is another one. I think it said it kind of gave us a idea. I think it was between Iron Man 245 and 246 or something. It said so.
Oh, does it mention that?
I think it mentioned something in the story, or even at the end. It's like, oh yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
His whole thing with the Maggia continues in 246 or something like that. So. All right. All right. I'll read the synopsis while you look at the pretty picture. All right.
Gazing longingly at it.
Yes. Hold on. I got to get a certain drop ready. All right. At a Lemurian rebel outpost, Ghaur explains his plan of world domination to Atuma.
It's not a tumor.
It is Atuma. By confining forces, Ghaur's deviant mutates Lyra's Lemurians and Atuma's Atlanteans.
It's not a tumor.
I need to come out. Maybe I need to make a copy of that and cut down and drop where it just says Atuma. So wow, it's not Atuma. And Atuma's Atlanteans. They could weaken the surface world to prepare for when Set returns after they have reassembled the Serpent Crown. Krang sees possibilities of a plan, and a plan is formed. Meanwhile, Iron Man follows two Maggia mini subs because Marvel doesn't want to piss off the Mafia, which are in turn following a boat. The boat is approached by Namor, who is looking for his late wife's spawn.
That doesn't sound very good.
Where's my illegitimate kids? Because aren't those his kids too?
Well, I think that they,
or did she just I know she's like alien or part alien.
The Plodex. I think that they inferred that the Plodex could reproduce at will.
Like essentially,
they had some type of weird. Yeah, they had some type of weird syndrome where they could. Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure. I thought maybe it was loosely implied that she had used his
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well. Plus, she did come in contact with this other Plodex thing during an Alpha
Oh,
Flight
yeah.
story, so it's possible that during that, there's some enzymes that found their way to certain places.
Don't act like you're above Namor's enzymes.
Giant slice of man thing. My favorite biscuit.
That's right.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. But the crew reveal themselves to be Hydra agents and attack him. The Maggia mini-subs flee and Iron Man assists Namor. As it becomes clear they cannot stop the heroes, the Hydra agents destroy the boat. Later, Atuma.
It's not a tumor.
It is Atuma. Atuma's man approached the Panama Canal while Namor meets with Stark at Stark Enterprises. Again, this is back in the day of the secret identity, kids. And Iron Man,
Yes.
let's go back to Stark Enterprises so you can talk to Tony Stark.
Yeah. I need to talk to Tony about this.
They determined that the boat that was destroyed was heading for Panama, so Namor and Iron Man leave to check it out. Namor discovers signs of clandestine movement along the ocean floor, while Iron Man finds that the company that owned the destroyed boat is a Hydra front. He breaks in and learns that Hydra is planning to flood the American market with a new designer drug, addicting the entire country to facilitate Hydra taking it over. He subdues the agents and destroys the main supply, leaving to stop the outgoing shipment. Iron Man is met by Namor, who has discovered Atuma's forces realize there is an impending attack of the Panama Canal. Iron Man fights the Atlanteans while Namor stops the Hydra drug shipment. Despite the Atlanteans using their Omega rocket against Iron Man, he fends off the attacking army until the U.S. Air Force arrives. Iron Man then leaves to help Namor, but the Hydra agents destroy the boat, apparently killing Namor in the process.
No. Say it ain't so.
Oh, don't be burning them biscuits.
No. Not my favorite biscuit.
Oh.
No,
Right.
even when back then when I
Yeah.
was reading this, I was like, yeah, he's not dead. They ain't
Yeah.
killing Namor.
Part 2. Yeah, I know. He's got
Yeah,
12,
you ain't
12 more
fooling
issues
me.
to come back.
Yeah. Yeah, little 12-year-old Owl was like, yeah, you ain't fooling me. I'm gonna see him in a few months.
Yes, 12-year-old Al was like, yeah, he'll be back in a month or two. And well,
I wonder if my wrist is ready. Lubricated eels are the best.
Especially electric ones.
oh my.
The only sack I want to be hit in the face with.
It's ting ting tingaloo ting.
Gives a new meaning to the shocker.
Oh! Oh my.
Tap, tap, tapping my way down.
All right. So besides your sexual feelings, yeah, what did you think about this?
I liked the story. Like, there was a part 2
Yeah.
that was really funny where the Hydra dude was talking about how they had developed this new synthetic drug which they were just gonna give away to people to get them hooked. And it was gonna start this whole massive drug epidemic crisis, and he just starts laughing like a madman. And Tony just blasts him in the face.
Yeah.
I loved that. I'd forgotten about that part.
I know. Tony's like, sometimes you got to do it, you know.
Yeah. When I was reading through that, I was like, oh, he just zapped him. Okay, there we go. It was so good.
I
Yeah.
love it because, other times, he might torture himself over killing someone, but he's like, you know what? This guy's going to like rain drugs down on all over the country. He's like, yeah, F you.
Yeah, exactly. It was so funny. Yeah,
Wow.
and the thing that I don't like about this issue really is the colors. It's so weird.
Mm.
Like there's a sequence earlier in the story when they're in Atlantis and Ghaur and Laura are talking to Atuma and some others. The colors in those panels awful. It's so bad.
Yeah.
And later on in this issue too, like some of the colors, it's just they're so off. There's bland, they're muted, like there's no tone or texture to any of it. It for some reason, I don't know why, it just kind of throws it off. And I love the pencils of Paul Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love his artwork as a lot, but I don't know whether it was the inks of Mike Gustovich that made it feel like it wasn't really complete, because some of the art in this kind of feels like it's almost unfinished or like it's rushed.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the inking or what, but there's a lot of pages in here where I don't know, that Iron Man helmet seems to start taking on funky shapes and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, and the boots and the
Yeah.
gloves take on weird proportions. There's completely like vacant backgrounds in some panels where there's absolutely nothing in the background at all. And like I said, the colors are just so I don't know. It's
Almost
so
like,
weird.
yeah, almost looks like
It's
Iron
weird.
Man's head is like getting thinner, but like going longer, and like that
Yeah.
the kind of like mouth slit is kind of going down. Yeah.
hmm Yeah, it's so strange. I wonder if it was kind of a rush job on the
Maybe.
part of the artists and everybody.
Because I was going to say, for the most part, Namor looked a lot better in this than Iron Man.
Yeah, Namor looked good in this. I really don't have any complaints about how he looked.
That is the
Yeah.
funniest, where he's just standing there waiting with Miss Arbogast for Tony.
Yeah,
He's standing in this waiting room with just like a Speedo.
it is Speedo. Yeah, that's another reason I love that man. He just walks around in a Speedo and he gives no f's about any of it. He does not care, and he's about ready to smash Mrs. Arbogast's desk. Like he's ready to throw down with her before Tony comes
I know.
out. It's great.
But I do like, I guess, because it's Michelini and he's writing the book now, but like they are dealing with Tony's like probably his new addiction, where, because Rhodey's even like, I'll fire up the jet, and Tony's like, don't worry, I'm just going to send Iron Man with Namor. And, Rhodey's just like, yeah, he's just spending more and more time as Iron Man because that's the only way he can walk now.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great plot device. It's fantastic. Yeah. That whole era of Iron Man is solid gold. Totally.
But yeah, I mean, are you mad at Iron Man? Because he really, I swear he doesn't even look for Namor. That boat blows up. He's like, oh, he's dead. Oh, that's
oh, well, yeah.
Well, he does say, I don't know if like some kind of sensor saying there's no humanoid life, but I'm like, are you going to trust that?
Yeah, you'd think that he would have like gone, at least done a couple of undersea surveys or something. Yeah, or like gotten some other people to help him, but I don't know. That would have defused some of the tension, possibly.
Yeah, I guess.
Your death will not have been in vain, he says. I swear, Namor. Oh, yikes.
Oh, God.
Maybe he thought, because like this was after the whole Avengers disassembled stuff. And maybe he thought, well, anybody's fair game at this point. People are dying left and right over here.
You want to get in some of these backup, which a lot of these are weird.
Oh, yeah. This next one is funny. Can you top this?
Oh, yeah, because it's the story is more or less told in various panels showing events of Iron Man's life. They are told by persons involved in the event. And hold on, I got the list here. Oh, God. Half Face, Space Phantom, Irina Tarasova, Inishiro and Kondo, Blizzard, Beetle, Blacklash, and Crimson Dynamo. So that's the thing that struck me as weird. I'm like, so Space Phantom's just sitting around drinking with the rest of these guys?
Remember, this is before he turned into Mantis and got shagged by Kang in the Crampening.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it might even be before that spectacular Spider-Man arc where,
Oh, yeah, that's
Spider-Man and the Outlaws and the Avengers.
Yes, the Outlaws, yeah. I love that one.
So I don't think there's any mention of him, sitting around drinking in a bar. I think they were just like, oh yeah, I've been around in a while.
Yeah, I love how they had different artists for each page in that. It was really, really clever. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a cute way to show like splash pages of stuff. Yeah.
And you got we never really saw much of the undersea armor. So I was happy that we got a Bob Layton full page of that.
I mean, that was pretty much like one issue, that undersea.
Yeah. And then I think Mark Bright did one of these, who unfortunately we just lost this year. He just passed away.
Yeah.
I think he did one of these ones as well. One or two of these.
But that's the other thing. I wasn't even sure if that woman at the end, who basically Iron Man kept her from committing suicide.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to figure out if that was anyone we know, but yeah, it's listing her here. It's Ray LaCosta. That one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dated. Yeah. So that's who it's saying it is. But I was like, oh, like, when did she try to kill herself?
Yeah, it doesn't even look like her.
No. Yeah. It's basically just the hair color. But yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, there's no. I don't think there's any mention of that in the story, is there?
I don't think, as far as I know, I didn't know anything about it. Yeah.
That's weird. Okay.
Oh, I just clicked on her name. Oh, I didn't even know this. It's saying Michelini and Bob Layton planned for Ray LaCosta to become the new Madame Mask.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, I guess the original plan was for her to be the new Madame Mask. Yeah, and she would have been revealed. She would have been revealed as the mysterious person that shot down the real one in Iron Man 238. However, once they left the book, the plot thread was abandoned.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, because someone shoots the original Madame Mask and then takes up the so they had it planned to be Ray LaCosta.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That would be a cool what if. What if Madame Mask was really her?
Crap. Also, in addition to being the new Madame Mask, Ray was going to be revealed as the ex-wife of Scott Lang.
What?
Yes, she was going to be Scott Lang's ex-wife. Who had been,
the mother of stature?
Yes, I guess. Yeah, it says Scott Lang's
word.
ex-wife.
Wow.
Can you imagine the crap that would have hit the fan?
Oh my god.
She Madame Mask, but she's banging Tony, but she's Scott Lang's ex-wife. Oh my god.
I can just hear the soap opera music now.
Oh my lord. And if they had revealed that like later on in the 90s, she would have got Rhodey too.
Oh man. Oh my god.
Can you imagine those Avengers meetings? Hey, what's up? I shagged the new Madame Mask. Well, who has it?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's fun.
Now I'm interested to see how that would have played out.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, we got to get. You know what? I've been toying with the idea. We got to get a Bob Layton interview.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
But I think again, time zones are probably going to be rough because I follow him on Facebook. I think he might be in Asia or somewhere now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he lives over there now or spends part of his time over there. So yeah, the only headache might be the time zones. But again, we make Australia work. So
that's true. Yeah, I would love that. I would love to talk to Bob Layton.
That would be
especially about his time on Iron Man.
Yes, but especially what was the whole Ray LaCosta thing?
Yeah, that.
Now
and
that
also,
I know that,
his Hercules as well.
Oh yeah,
I think that's my second favorite of his is the Hercules stuff.
Yeah, does anyone want to hear us talk to Bob Layton about Hercules?
Sounds like a plan, Jen.
Yes. Ray would join us for that interview.
Oh yeah, if he could
talk with him about the Hercules stuff. Yeah.
That's one of those ones where he wouldn't be too busy for that. I'm telling
you. Yeah, that's a great idea, Phil.
Let's see if we can make that happen.
Yeah.
So
let's get a backup after that with Andromeda, who at the time I didn't know anything about. Like I hadn't read any of the Defender stuff that she had featured in or any of the other stuff. So this was a brand new character to me.
So I couldn't remember. So was that like a new revelation that she was Atuma's daughter?
I think so. Huh. Because she had just come back to life, I think. She was dead for a while, I thought, when all the Defenders died at the end of their original series.
Oh, damn it. I could have got another drop for that movie. Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Yes. You got to add that in the next one.
I know, but I don't know. I think
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
With Andromeda.
It's not a tumor.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
It's not a tumor.
8 more weeks of that kid.
Yeah.
Uh,
I love it. And Don Perlin did the artwork in this.
Yes.
Sadly, we just lost as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
And writer Fabian Nicieza. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, this is a great little story. This one also is only like 5 or 6 pages, but it's great.
Yeah.
It's a great little character showcase of Andromeda.
But also it's like except for that Can You Top This? Every other backup story had nothing to do with Iron Man, pretty much.
Right. Yeah.
Or no one in his regular book.
Right. Yeah.
You get Andromeda, and then you get the history of the Serpent Crown. It's like, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, in this Andromeda one, you get to see really what a nasty piece of work Atuma is, because when she reveals to him who her mom was, Lady Gelva, she says, "Would you slay me still?" And then Atuma says, "More so than ever. I always hated that bullocked whale," he says. And then he swings his sword at her and tries to chop her head off. It's like, yeah, Atuma is nasty. Like, this is a great villain for this story.
Hey, who's your favorite person on Father's Day?
It's not a tumor.
Yeah. He's not getting any Father's Day cards in Atlantis anytime soon. But we will see, spoilers for anybody who hasn't read this, but we will see Andromeda again. So don't forget her.
Oh, yeah. So he's going to marry her off, or try to.
Yeah.
Some of these pinups aren't bad, because I think at least some of these are Bob Layton.
I think the first one's Bob Layton. I think both of them are.
There's a few of them, Well, there's at least 2 of them with Rhodey holding a machine gun. Oh, that's a good one with the ghost.
Oh yeah, the ghost. Yeah.
Well, that one's not bad either, with like Iron Man there in the background, but Rhodey protecting some woman in lingerie for some reason.
Oh yeah, yeah. That looks like Jackson Geis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one's really good too. Yeah, so just with the armor.
Oh yeah.
Which again, I'm like, there was so much good artists on Iron Man around this time, in the couple year span here. I'm like, I don't know why we couldn't get any of them to pencil this issue.
I know, yeah. Mark Bright would have been great on this too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or even like, the guy who's penciling all the Serpent Crown history, Mark Bagley.
Oh, Mark Bagley. Well, he does one of the annuals, I think, in the full story, doesn't he?
I think it's one of the Spider-Man ones, I think.
Spider-Man ones.
Yeah.
So at least we get that. Yeah.
Yeah. But can you imagine? Come on. They robbed you of Namor, drawn by Mark Bagley. Come on.
I know.
I can imagine how hot it is, because I mean, just the way he drew like females. I know. His Mary Jane.
Yeah. Chef's kiss. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, he's one of my favorite artists for sure. Have you ever talked to him, Mark Bagley?
No, I would love to.
Yeah.
He's my favorite Spider-Man artist.
That'd be another great interview. Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to do that too. All right. Bob Layton, Mark Bagley.
Yeah. I love it. But we get another part of the Serpent Crown history in this.
Yeah. It's basically still the elder, it's basically these gods and the dinosaurs.
And the dinosaurs. And how the dinosaurs died. We get a little alternate history of that as well, which I, as a 12-year-old, I thought was absolutely fascinating.
Well, basically, Seth's like trying to keep the dinosaurs alive because he's getting power from them.
Right, yeah. Those are his kin, basically, his spawn. and then the guy is trying to protect all the mammals and keep them alive.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and
Um,
then we didn't mention him in the previous issue, but yes, the return of her son, Atum.
Demogorge, the God
Yeah.
Eater. Yes. Who becomes more monstrous as he destroys the creatures and demons and things. Yeah. Yeah,
And
so cool.
The creative team and the last issue and this one having to get creative because again, Guy is still running around naked, so after he did.
And these are the days of the
shadows and her hair.
Yes. These are the days of the comics code, so you had to be very careful about that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, even to this day, I mean, we ain't getting no nipple in an Iron Man issue.
Well, that's true. That's true.
But the history of the Serpent Crown interesting, even though we're still like back in prehistoric times.
Yeah. Well, it does go back quite a ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So overall, okay, this is gonna be a hard decision for you because I know why you love this issue for some reason. But what issue did you think was better?
Oh yeah, I did think the Silver Surfer annual was better.
Yeah, overall, yeah. Art wise, I think the
art-wise,
backups kind of held up
story-wise,
better too.
the backups were better. Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's something about the art and, like they said, the coloring, the bad coloring in the Iron Man one.
Yeah,
just kind of threw it off for me. I felt like that was all rushed, and it really came off that way to me. I love the story though, so to me, I'll still revisit it just on those merits. But yeah, the art and the coloring in the Iron Man one were just way off for me.
I mean, there was good stuff in this Iron Man annual, but I almost feel like it felt more slapped together quickly than the Silver Surfer one.
Right. Almost like in the grand scheme of things, they had originally intended another annual to be the second part.
Maybe.
And then they were like, at the last minute, they're like, oh, well, shoot, we have to put Iron Man in the part 2. Like, let's throw that together. Because it does feel like it was rushed.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
It's like we have to fake kill Namor pretty quick here. So, we want to save like the Avengers books for later on and all that. And Fantastic Four annual came last. So they're just like, who could fight with him in the ocean? Oh, Iron Man. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, no, that one is with all the guys in the bar, it almost seems like people were drawing pinups and they're like, oh, let's tell a story with these pinups.
Right. It was clever though. I really liked it. Yeah.
The Space Phantom one drawn by Byrne.
John Byrne, you get Gene Colan,
the original
Bob,
Avengers.
Bob Layton, Mark Bright. Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, I love that.
Was that Keith Pollard? Yeah.
Keith Pollard, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
All right. So I guess that's part 1 of Atlantis Attacks.
Part 1. We'll be here for 2 months.
Yeah, 8 more episodes, kid. Where?
Get your wetsuits out.
Oh my. Yeah, Jessica put his away for a while. We're not going to see Namor for a little bit.
Yeah. Or a little while. Yeah.
That's right. All right. I don't know if I gave the breakdown, so here, let me open the schedule and tell everyone what they need to read. All right. So next time, part 2. Oh, yeah, that's another random issue. Part 2 is going to be Marvel Comics Presents 26 and X-Men Annual 13.
Oh, I forgot about that. Marvel Comics Presents. Forgot about that.
Oh, then we're gonna get that at X-Men Annual with the Serpent Society right down there in the corner. Yeah,
I love that.
And then in part 3, we'll get to the Amazing Spider-Man Annual 23, which I believe has She-Hulk in it, right? That's the one.
I think so.
Yeah.
Or Daredevil.
No, because she's in one of his Atlantis Attacks annuals, right? It is the Amazing Spider-Man one. Yeah. That might be the Laura Liefeld one.
With the Abomination. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, part 3 is Amazing Spider-Man Annual 23 and Punisher Annual 2. Up there.
Yes. With Moon Knight.
Just Frank Castle and Mark Spector trying to beat the crap out of him.
I love that one.
Yes.
For obvious reasons.
And then part 4 will be Spectacular Spider-Man Annual 9 with Cloak and Dagger, and then Daredevil Annual 5 with Spider-Man and Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
Part 5, Avengers Annual 18 and New Mutants 76. So there's another random issue there.
New Mutants. That's another Rob Liefeld one. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. So yeah, part 5 has that New Mutants issue, and then part 6 has the New Mutants Annual number 5 and X Factor Annual 4. Part 7, Web of Spider-Man Annual 5 and Avengers West Coast 56, which will be followed up in part 8 by the Avengers West Coast Annual number 4 and Thor Annual 14. And then, part 9 will wrap it up with Fantastic Four Annual 22, and we'll do the What If issue, Volume 2, number 25. So,
yes.
What if they had lost?
Yeah. That one's great too.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, kids. So, yes, there's your homework. Send us in your thoughts. Let's see if I can put up the right graphic this time.
Yeah, you'll have plenty of time to send in your thoughts on Atlantis Attacks if this is your first time reading it. And make sure to let us know what you think.
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, if it's your first time, or some of you old guys who have read this like 30 years ago.
30 years ago.
Ray,
yeah, right. Yeah.
You're the same vintage, Ray. Send in your thoughts.
Yes.
I think comes back to wine and playing with decks for Gray. All right. Send us your thoughts. Email us. CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics episodes, social media, merchandise. Get your brand new Capes and Lunatics
the
merch.
brand new
logos,
stuff. Or the classic gear.
Yeah, the classic is still there, but there's some new.
Yes.
And also we can, Lilith Hellfire demand you peasants rain the money on us. Do the Cash App link.
Make it rain.
Not my words, Lilith's words. All right. So, yes, please rain random money on us through the Cash App link. Please don't let us be that metaphorical young girl dancing on the pole before the club gets blown up by the Maggia. Well, the club and Namor. So
She looks like she was just working a stripper pole down at Divas.
yes, Justin would rather see Namor working the pole. All right,
That's right.
And
stretching out that Speedo.
Whoa. And of course, the Patreon, where again you get exclusive content just for our Patreon subscribers, our Patreon elite,
like myself. Yes, join me in the Patreon elite.
Biscuit Master down there. So yes, and the July episode will be Lilith and I breaking down our road trip to HersheyCon.
Yes,
where we met DG Chichester and talked to Mark Wade and got to look up at the very tall Mr. Jim Shooter. And met some new friends like Nick the Wolf, who you can hear our interview with him on Capes Lunatics episode 334, and his one of his novels we read, Villains Never Die, which I highly recommend. Cool. Yes. So find, patreon.com/CapesandLunatics and find everything at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
All right. Speaking of vicious and brutal when it comes to that Namor, Justin the Owl, King of Podcasting. You can find him here every week on Marvel Tales. You can hear him once a month on X-Men Classics, on Energon Universe, over on Capes Lunatic Sidekicks. You can hear him also once a month on We Are the Night,
the Batman podcast,
talking Azrael, and he'll also be making a special guest appearance on episode 200 when we talk Batman 89. And yes, I'm reminding you, the listeners, and Lilith Hellfire, that's what we're doing for episode 200. I don't judge what pharmaceuticals you use, unless you're Lilith Hellfire. And of course, you can catch him every so often on Electric Mullet, the Superman podcast.
That's right.
About to do a 3-episode run with us. And that is not all he does. You can catch him on these
shows. Yes.
Yes. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Gamma Charge. You can find me every month with Russell. We're talking about the Incredible Hulk, the Sensational She-Hulk, and we have a Patreon, so do check that out. And over on Predator and Prey, we are joined by none other than the High Priest of Khonshu himself, Ray. And every month we discuss the classic Predator comics, and later this year we'll have the new comics from Marvel, Predator versus Black Panther. And last but not least, my solo show, The Lost Library of Legends. I discuss the forgotten and obscure comic book gems of the last few decades. And the next episode is a spotlight on a 1993 Image series called Wildstar.
We're going back to the 90s here, bitch.
And kids, that Iron Man annual.
One way.
Yes, especially the cover.
My
Yeah.
favorite biscuit.
Damn right. We'll be talking about him more actually later this year on Marvel Tales.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, in the month of my birthday.
It's so salty.
The taste of brine.
Oh, that's what you get for licking them abs. All right. Thank you for joining us, kids. Again, 8 more weeks of Atlantis Attacks.
That's right.
It's a Marvel Comics Presents next episode, and the X-Men join us here
Yep.
in Australia.
Things are going to get even more snaky.
Here in May in Australia. All right. Again, yes, thanks for joining us. Come back. The war has just begun. And remember, if you remember anything, remember this.
It's not a tumor.